shoes and out the door. 5, I'm alive. 6, 7, 8, feeling great. 9, gonna shine, life is good. I'm doing fine. 10, gonna do it right and do it again, yeah. I look into the sky with all the beautiful color, but there's more than just for me, so gonna share it with another. I got to show, to give, let out. I want to sing and shout. Take a look and see a beautiful morning that turns into a beautiful evening, and together make a beautiful life. And if you wanna,
I've been in here and people are roaring with laughter, so.
It's a dirty show, though.
Well, it's clean dirt.
Forgive me, but the best restaurants of the world are here in Vegas. I mean, you have here the best of the best.
Yes.
So we have many celebrities here. The Harley Madison come over here, and the Usher come over here many often, and the Paris Hilton come here, and Britney Spears came over here like 2 weeks ago.
Boy, I'm dating myself, but it's okay. Nobody else will. Oh.
That's so Vegas. Here we are again at WCOBM in fabulous Las Vegas. I'm Christine McKellar. I'm your host here at That's So Vegas. Today I have a guest he's from the Las Vegas Office of Cultural Affairs, hi, Brian.
Hello, thank you for having me.
I wasn't quite clear that we even had a Cultural Affairs office, I'm sorry, but in pursuit of the Vegas Valley Book Festival events that are coming up, we got in contact and I invited Brian on the show, Brian Kendall. So you're here to, first of all, I think a lot of people would like to know a little bit more about what is the Las Vegas Office of Cultural Affairs.
Definitely, and yes, again, thank you for having me here
It's a
today.
pleasure.
I'm excited to talk about the Office of Cultural Affairs. The City of Las Vegas Office of Cultural Affairs is a department that falls under the umbrella of the City of Las Vegas, which is a municipality here in the Southern Nevada area.
Correct.
The office itself has been around since the 1970s.
Interesting.
We provide both performing and visual arts opportunities for our really diverse community.
We are diverse. I think we've become more so, and our focus has become more on more cultural events. Kind of interesting. So since 1970,
Yeah, about 73.
73, who funds it? Is it funded by the city or?
It is funded by the city, that's correct, yes.
Right. But you also have venues like one thing we do want to talk about, and again, we're going to focus pretty much on the Vegas Valley Book Festival. I know you're really excited about that.
Yes, indeed.
And the 5th Street, there's the historic 5th Street School, and that's where you're having most of the events for the children's portion of the Vegas Valley Book Festival. Is that correct?
It's really kind of the main hub for the entire Vegas Valley Book Festival.
Great.
Outside of maybe a few outlying events that take place at like the Clark County Library. And
Right.
so
There's
forth.
one at the Flamingo Library to kick off the festival, I believe. There's a speaker.
Exactly, yeah.
And then the historic 5th Street School, is it actually on 5th Street?
That's a good question. the historic 5th Street School is on 5th Street, which was which is Las Vegas Boulevard. So a little bit of history about the 5th Street School. It used to be called the Las Vegas Grammar School. And many years later, it kind of got the nickname of the 5th Street School, being that it was on 5th Street. So that's kind of the name that it's adopted today, is the historic 5th Street School. The address, if you're trying to find it, is actually a 4th Street address.
Oh, it gets
so
more
it's a little bit
interesting.
confusing.
Okay. The 5th Street School is on 4th Street, which used to be Las Vegas Boulevard.
Well, 5th Street used to be Las Vegas
5th
Boulevard.
Street.
So the front side of our building
Okay.
is on Las Vegas Boulevard.
Great.
But to actually enter and park at our facility, you have to get there on 4th Street.
Great. As part of the 5th Street School's history and today, you actually rent it out for events other than, say, a cultural event like the Vegas Valley Book Festival. It could be rented, used for banquets or special occasions, or?
Oh, exactly. A little bit of everything. Banquets. We've had corporate events. We have weddings there. We have film screenings there.
Oh, great.
Many nonprofit organizations take advantage of the space. Education entities here in town have taken advantage of it. We've even had some high school proms at it. So it's kind of a unique space, a kind of a gem right in the middle of downtown Las Vegas.
Great. Now, every year is this the hub for the Vegas Valley Book Festival, or do you pick a different hub every year? It used to be in Green Valley years ago when it first started, the festival.
That's correct. Both Henderson and Nevada Humanities started the book festival many years ago, 14 years ago.
I was there. I remember.
That's awesome,
yeah.
Since the earliest days of it.
Yes,
So,
when it first started.
it's grown to downtown, where it's been since 2008. 2005, we brought the children's portion of the festival downtown, and then shortly thereafter, a couple years later, the whole festival moved there, with the exception of the keynote address that happens on the Thursday night before at the Flamingo Library.
So the children's portion of that, how important is that to you? You're a father. We talked about this a little bit before the show. You have 3 boys, and when the festival first started, there were a lot of local authors. I could rattle off some names. Dennis Griffin and a bunch of us were there, but there seems to be a little bit more focus on the children's end this year, and you are the supervisor for that particular portion, aren't you?
I am, and I have been since its inception back
good.
in '05. So it is something I'm very passionate about. I think it's important that we start with our youngest audiences and build a generation of readers. And yet, like you said, as a father, it's dear to me, but I think it's something that we need to stress as a community as a whole. And what I like about the children's portion is there's many community organizations whose missions kind of echo that of the book festival, the children's portion of it, that want to create that spark, if you will, or excitement for kids to read.
Well, that's part of the general education of a child, too, wouldn't you think?
Definitely so.
Yeah, to have the building blocks and the basis of good reading skills. Are there interactive things for the kids down there as well? Do you put a whole bunch of, what kind of programs do you put together for them?
For the children, we have a whole slew of things. We have a couple stages set up. One is more performance-based, but each of the performers that we have out there, even if they're a live music band, they still send home the message of reading. Or we have authors presenting in a more intimate storytelling tent, where the kids get to hear really close at the feet of the author, cool stories and backgrounds of where the stories came from. Oftentimes we have an illustrator there who will draw a famous piece that the kids might be familiar with.
Oh, interesting.
So that's interactive. We also have many exhibitors who have, make a bookmark or create a book, or everything kind of tying it back to literacy.
I think that's really fun. They can be with the author and then have a drawing and then the bookmark to carry with them. Do the kids participate at all? Do you have little things that the children do themselves where they can...
Yeah, they do, those same things we just talked about. I mean, they are building, they're using their hands, their minds, their creativity.
Right.
If an illustrator's there doing a workshop, he's teaching those kids right on the spot how to draw as well. The book festival, something that I like to point is that it celebrates not only the written and spoken word, but also the illustrated. So, the different components of reading, resonate with different people. So I think it's important that we stress each one of those components.
And I think children, some of them are more audio, some are more visual, some are more vocal. I mean, if you could tie it all together for them, that would be an interesting way to get all their senses involved.
We sure try.
I bet you do. Well, we know that for all the children, the parents out there, we've got plenty going on for the kids, but we also have a lot coming up for the adults, don't you? I mean, you've got some names of international authors. You've got a lot of great, and Vegas, I am happy to say, I know personally has a lot of really good authors here as well. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. I wanted to also talk about some upcoming events that you're going to be having in particular. Want to give a little shout out here to my sponsor, the Red Roof Inn on Paradise across from the Hard Rock Hotel. And we also have a 30-second video that kind of really defines what the festival's all about. And Scotty's going to run that for us right now. We'll be back.
It's fall. That means it's time for the Vegas Valley Book Festival, featuring world-renowned authors, panel discussions, readings, and music for every age, ranging from author of the award-winning Battleborn, Claire Bay Watkins, to New York Times bestselling novelist Brad Meltzer. And don't leave the little ones at home. There'll be plenty of books for them, as well as entertainment by bilingual recording artist Jose Luis Orozco. Don't miss the Vegas Valley Book Festival, October 15th through the 17th, at the historic 5th Street School and the Clark County Library. For more information, go to VegasValleyBookFestival.org.